and welcome back. Today we'll be looking at migrating the build to version catalogs and using Kotlin scripts. And why are we doing this? Managing dependencies can be quite a headache, especially as the app grows and you have multiple modules. And what are the benefits of using Kotlin scripts or version catalogs? Well, some that are at the top of my mind, things like having consistent versioning because they're all in one place. And when you use these libraries in multiple modules, you just need to modify one place and everywhere else is already updated. In terms of collaboration, it's way easier for everyone to be on the same page. Using Kotlin scripts in itself, the newer versions of Android Studio like Giraffe and Hedgehog already support, or it's rather recommended to use this because as the tooling has also improved over the years or months. Also using a common language across the code base. Also Kotlin being statically typed, which gives like a plus on type safety. And yeah, there's a bunch of benefits why. Despite other than just the tooling becoming a bit better and the syntax, common language and much more things. Well, as much as I've mentioned all that, if you check on the docs, there's it's not really that polished. So there are a couple of known issues that are being worked on, I believe. So you can keep that in mind. And with that said, I'll just go ahead and let's do the migration. Enough talking. I'll post the resources in the description. And let's get this show on the road. To get started, I'll go ahead and create a libs.versions.toml file. And this is where we declare dependencies, plugins, and versions. So this is like the default convention for Gradle, and it's found in the Gradle directory in the root folder. You could override the name, but that will require a bit of configuration. So we'll just stick to the defaults, and that's done. For starters, I'll just have these three categories: versions, libraries, and plugins. Next, I'll start by modifying the build.gradle in the root folder. I think that has the least amount of changes. I'll move everything from there to the catalog file. So something you may note with the version, we just wrote the version name and the version number. With the plugins, we have this block and it takes in an ID, which represents like the namespace package the plugin is coming from. And we have the version ref, which represents the reference to the version, which we declare in the versions section. Next, I'll convert this file to a KTS file. If you notice, the extension now has .kts, and I'll clean it up. Yep, and the thing is, this still has the Groovy build file syntax. We need to convert this to a Kotlin script syntax. And to do that, I'll start by changing the ID to a function under the call with these brackets. Yeah, because it had the infix syntax. I mean, if it's like was a Kotlin equivalent. Then I will convert the single quotes to double quotes for the strings. There's a handy shortcut which I can use it to select all the single quotes. Yeah, I'll also remove the compose UI version that we removed from the build script. We'll replace this later on when you start using the version catalog one. Next, I'll now try and use the version catalog, and that's by converting ID to alias. This way we can start making use of the version catalog versions and libraries and plugins declared there. So there's this libs variable that gives us access to everything here. So libs, I think I'm missing something. This I'll fix the name. So libs plugin. So yeah, we're using like this dot accessors to access whatever is declared in the catalog file. And one way that I usually know what I'm accessing is correct is the apply color, or rather the apply color is usually a nice indicator on whether or not the library or plugin you're calling exists. So if you're calling something that doesn't exist, like for example what you can see here is it's white in color. If it's correct, it's just turns yellow. So that's one way which the IDE kind of helps us know if what we are looking for is there. Also, we don't need the versions anymore with this. There's this error, this like the libs have this red line, and yeah, it's just some bug that is fixed in the newer Gradle plugin versions. But considering I'm using like a stable Android Studio, I doubt we'll be able to use this. But I do know like the better versions of that Gradle plugin don't have that error. But yeah, just in case you see this and want to fix it. Next, I'll convert the settings.gradle to a KTS. Yeah, this is also a very simple one to do. I think the only change that I'll have to do is on the include, the single quotes to double quotes. Yep. The next thing that I'll do is convert the app modules build.gradle to a KTS script. And yeah, this will involve mapping some things from the Groovy to Kotlin. Yeah, the bulk of the work will be over here, and that's why I did it last. So we start with converting the IDs actually no change of mind. I'll only change one ID to an alias, then just to sync and make sure everything else works fine, then change how we are assigning certain values in a Kotlin way. Yep. Also, because we are on the AGP8, I'll enable build config. By default from AGP8, this is false. So that's one thing to note in case you notice some build config problems. Yeah, then change the single quotes to double quotes. Love this shortcut. Change those to brackets. Yeah, probably there's a better way to just select a bunch of strings and apply brackets if you do know how. This is one way I do it. But if there's also another way, be open to know. The column selection really comes in handy. Cool. And now we can use the alias. Yep, and use the lib successor. Yep, for Kotlin specific modules gonna be different. I'll just use the Kotlin plugin and ask it for capped. And now we can go ahead and add our libraries to the catalog. I'll go ahead and add a fourth section called bundles. We'll see its relevance soon. So as you can see with libraries, it's a bit different. We had the group name and version reference, which is slightly different from plugins. And yeah, just looking at your libraries, you'll be able to distinguish what the group is, what the name is. Usually they're separated by the colon. And yeah, the similarity with plugins is the version reference. And again, we can access our libraries using the libs and androidx.co. Again, we use like the dot accessors. And if we sync, yep, everything seems alright. Then I'll just go ahead and do this for the remaining libraries. almost done, but as you can see, that was quite a lot of manual work. I guess that's the downside of where the most effort might go is moving all this dependencies versions to a catalog, unless you had something that already kind of organizes your dependencies. Next, I'll show you what we can do with bundles. And bundles just groups together a set of libraries that kind of working in cohesion. So you don't have to declare each individual library in your module build script. You just declare the bundle and it adds all the listed libraries. And that will be it for this tutorial. I hope you found it helpful. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below and I'll get back to you. Otherwise, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, share, and see you in future videos. Ciao and happy coding.